Welcome back. Now, on May 28th, the Prime Minister is going to inaugurate the new Parliament building. But the politics of a war of words over the inauguration is far from over. As the politics over the new Parliament building peaks, in the latest Union Finance Minister, Nirmala Sitharaman, has hit out at the opposition, saying that it was these opposition parties who had unleashed bitter insult on President Murmu earlier. How has their stand changed now? She has further asked the opposition to reconsider their decision of boycotting the Parliament inauguration. The remarks come as 20 opposition parties have called to boycott the inauguration. But the opposition party doesn't seem to be that united either. While most of them are together, some have expressed their resentment over the boycott, BSP Supremo being one. Yes, the BSP Supremo Mayawati has backed the centre's event, saying boycotting the inauguration is unfair. She will, however, skip the event due to prior commitments.
इस ऐतिहासिक अवसर को गरिमामय और गौरवशाली बनाने की बजाय कांग्रेस समेत विपक्षी दलों के द्वारा जिस प्रकार की बयानबाजी हो रही है वो अत्यंत ही दुखद और गैर जिम्मेदाराना है। लोकतंत्र को कमजोर करने वाला है।
नवीन संसद भवन जो उभारलंय त्याचा उद्घाटनाला विरोध नाहीये, पण त्या उद्घाटन सोहळ्यामध्ये देशाच्या राष्ट्रपतींना सामावून घेतलं पाहिजे, कारण राष्ट्रपती एक आदिवासी महिला जी राष्ट्रपती पदावर बसलेली आहे तो त्यांचा अधिकार आहे.
It's not just the opposition. Mahatma Gandhi's great-grandson has also reacted to the new Parliament inauguration. He has questioned the timing of the launch. He has pointed out at BJP's affinity towards Hindu ideologue Veer Savarkar. He has said that 28th May is the birth anniversary of Savarkar, and Prime Minister Modi deliberately chose this date for inaugurating the new Parliament. Since the centre's event coincides with Savarkar Jayanti, he has urged them to name the new Parliament as Savarkar Sadan. I am joined by the great-grandson of Mahatma Gandhi, Tushar Gandhi. Thank you so much, Mr. Gandhi, for taking out time and joining us here at the Daily Mirror. Now, of course, the question is about the new Parliament, but what was your first reaction when you heard about the new Parliament inauguration and the fact that President Murmu has not been invited?
I was amused, but I was not surprised, because this new Parliament building is one of the many follies of the current Prime Minister, and he's made it into a symbol of his self-importance, the belief that he has that he is the sole person responsible for everything that this government does, and nobody else has any standing. So I wasn't surprised when the president, who actually is the head of the Lok Sabha, was not invited, and the Prime Minister took it upon himself to inaugurate the Parliament.
But Mr. Gandhi, do you think that at a momentous occasion like this, where a new Parliament is going to be inaugurated, all the parliamentarians should have been present, since the Parliament is meant for all political parties alike?
They are absolutely well within the right. And if there are any self-respecting MPs left in the BJP who believe in our constitution and the constitutional form of democracy that we cherish so much, they should also defy their own government and stay away from it, because this is a very insidious attempt at subverting the very spirit of our democracy, our parliamentary democracy system, subverting the entire hierarchy, the decorum, the etiquette of our parliament. So if there are, I doubt whether there are anyone with the kind of spine that is required within the ruling party's MPs. But if there are any, I would appeal to them to stay away too.
But there is a section of people in a society, and many of them are allies of the Congress party, like the Shiv Sena, who do respect Savarkar. And if the government wants to take up that stand to accord the due respect to Savarkar, what is wrong in that?
I don't say it is wrong. I'm just saying that they should be open about it. They should not, it's not as if the date was picked by accident. It is picked by design. It is the new parliament symbolizes a new kind of democracy that the ruling combine wishes to impose on the nation. This is the first covert sign of the Hindutva Rashtra being formed, where the patron of the term Hindutva is being commemorated on his birth anniversary. I have no objection to it. They are most welcome to worship the people that they cherish or who their icons are, but they should also remember that Savarkar is also known to have submitted 6 mercy petitions to get released from the cellular jail, whereas many freedom fighters who were imprisoned in the cellular jail, sentenced to the Kalapani, refused to bend down to the British and ask for mercy. Many died, and many suffered all the indignities and tortures and returned to the homeland only when the homeland was liberated. The government of India, by commemorating a mercy seeker, is insulting the memory of all those patriots of India. The other thing is that Savarkar was also implicated in the Gandhi murder, although he was let off by the courts because of the lack of sufficient evidence provided against him. The Kapoor Commission subsequently established the fact that without his help, Godse and Apte could not have succeeded in murdering Bapu. And along with that, the Kapoor Commission also indicated the support of a nationwide organization, which at that time was the RSS. And so the government is very welcome to commemorate Savarkar if they wish, but then they should also come out and say that in New India, Gandhi does not matter. Savarkar is the new father of the nation, of the Hindutva Rashtra. Let there be honesty of intent at least, and the courage to stand by their belief as we stand by what we believe.
Now, Mr. Gandhi, the government is claiming that Parliament is the temple of democracy, and as representatives of the people, the invitation was extended to all the parliamentarians alike. So perhaps this one occasion, people could have kept their differences aside and come together, as this would also mean an insult to the people who are your electorates.
It's not. It's not an insult to the electorate at all. What the government is doing is an insult to the electorate because they have countermined just to satisfy the megalomania of the Prime Minister. They have subverted the institution of the President of India. What greater insult to the democratic system, the structure of our democracy than that? If they now are trying to gain the sympathy by saying this opposition action insults the electorate, then they are the ones who have insulted the electorate, who give them the power to elect the president and the vice president. So please, we should not fall prey to the mechanization of this very cunning government headed by now increasingly turning to megalomania Prime Minister who loves photo opportunities, exclusive photo opportunities, and loves to tom-tom about all the personality cult that he is developing. So let's not fall prey to this propaganda of the megalomania.
Before I let go of you, Mr. Gandhi, my last question would be, do you think that today that politics and politicians now are divided over the ideology of Mahatma Gandhi and Savarkar, and it's become more conspicuous than ever before?
The divide was never so bitter. Now it has become a very bitter divide, but I also see that in that divide there is a healthy sign for our democracy, that we have room for differing ideologies to remain within the Union of India. And I think that portends well for the strength of our democracy. I welcome this division. I don't like the bitterness. Even I respond with bitterness many times to these things. And I think I also need to be more accommodating of the opposition ideology. Unfortunately, I haven't reached that plane of enlightenment as yet. But yes, I realize that the bitterness has to be reduced, but I don't believe that there is no room for the division to be in our society.
Well, thank you so much, Mr. Tushar Gandhi, for taking our time and joining us here at the Daily Mirror. We shall leave it at that for the moment. And with that, it's a wrap on this edition of the broadcast. Lots more lined up. Stay tuned and keep watching Mirror Now for more news and updates.